And hello there folks, it's me RJB, and I return yet again to RJB TV to bring you some Minchul and Leebokgu in Mortal Kombat. One of these two players is going to come out alive and the other will fall. Whom of these two will be the victor? So the one way to find out by going into this best of 3, where we will have 3 games, or 2 games, depending on who wins the most in a row. So let's switch over to the live game that is not live, but you know, I'm live casting a game that isn't live. Maybe that is the way to phrase this. I'm not too sure. But here we got the 5-element Leebokgu on the olive green Protoss. Phenomenal Protoss player with probably one of the best Protoss versus Zerg matchups in all of Fastest Map. His Protoss against Zerg is extremely difficult to defeat, and most oftentimes he beats himself. Here we got Minchul on the blue Zerg on the top middle of the map. Very strong Zerg player, but more so known about for his Protoss and Terran, but specifically his Protoss. His Protoss is, I would say, as good, if not better, than Leebokgu. But Leebokgu has a different playstyle. That's kind of what I would label it as, or describe it as. Different playstyles collide. Leebokgu, all about the fundamentals. He's all about the fundamentals and multitasking, whereas Minchul has all the fundamentals, has all the multitasking, but he is the kind of player who takes risks. Very big, massive risks, like you've never ever seen before. And he might do that in this game as well. He might take some risks that might pay off or backfire tremendously. You can go either ways. There's never a middle ground with this guy. When he doesn't stick to the standard build orders, there's no middle ground. Either it goes extremely well or it fails miserably. But when it works, he looks like the best player in the entire world. That is the beauty of Minchul's playstyle. When it works, he looks absolutely unbeatable by anyone. And I literally mean anyone. His peaks are as high as the Mount Everest, and his lows are as low as the Mariana Trench. And those are the 2 highest and lowest points in the world that we know of so far. The deepest depths of the ocean and the highest peaks on land. So hatchery, pool, hatchery there. And early gas from Minchul, which of course means that he's going to try to do some funky stuff. He is going to try to do some funky stuff, and Leebokgu hopefully will be adequately prepared for all the funky stuff that Minchul's got up his pockets. He's going to throw around some funky stuff. I feel it's going to be Zergling speed, because yes, there's the Zergling speed. He might try to go for a Zergling mass attack. Jeez, Leebokgu is already adapting by adding 1 more cannon in his choke to prepare himself for that incoming mass Zergling onslaught. Will it work? And this goes for both players. Either player. Will their strategy work or will it fail? Minchul wants to end it quick with a surprise attack, but I think Leebokgu knows what's going on here. I think Leebokgu knows. It's kind of obvious when you see a fast gas, a fast pool, and then the drones stop mining gas. It kind of implies that Zergling speed is what's going to happen, but I don't see Minchul making mass Zerglings yet. He's staying with 5 at the moment. Maybe he changed his mind. He's adding on a couple more hatcheries. He definitely changed his mind. He's no longer going for that early Zergling attack. He's not canceling the Zergling speed though. He's gonna finish it up. He's gonna finish it up. He could have used those minerals or the gas from that Zergling speed for maybe a Hydralisk Den, which he's getting right now. He's also, wait, there's an Evo chamber. It's an Evo chamber. We have double Stargate there from Leebokgu. Something he loves to do is go for that early Stargate Corsair abuse and follow that up with a Reaver drop. Something he does very often. And He does that because there's two things you can do with the Corsairs. You can hunt down Overlords and you can scout the base. The point of hunting down Overlords is to supply block, but it's also to take away that early game vision a Zerg might have of these sides here on the map, which is going to make it a lot easier for the shuttle to fly in and hit those drones there in the back. The less vision a Zerg has, the stronger the Protoss drops become. The more vision a Zerg has, the easier it becomes to snipe and take down those shuttles in midair. So now we're on 4 Corsairs. We have 1 Sunken in the front, 1 Spore. We got about 3 Zealots there in the front that might be able to just walk right through, but that's not what he's going to do. He's on 5 Hatchery in the back, 1 in the front, 1 Spore in the back, getting a Spire already. Getting a couple of Hydralisks to chase away those Corsairs, but the Corsairs, 4 in number, don't really care. Just going to keep flying in circles around and round, hunting for the Overlords that are here on the bottom left corner of the map. Shuttle finished up, Reaver on the way, shuttle speed there also getting a research, and his Citadel Fadoon is queued up. He has 1 cannon, not more, just 1. 6 Corsairs, hunting the Overlords down. They're being protected by the 2 Hydras and the 1 Spore there in the front. Additional Sunken colonies being thrown down, or creep colonies, they can become a Sunken or a Spore. He's on 39 drones already. He droned up pretty quick, pretty hard, but he has a very small amount of units. Very small amount of units. I think 1 Reaver is finished up. Might go across the map right now or wait for Reaver number 2. I see 1 more robot being added on and a fleet beacon as well. So I do expect him to go for, of course, level 2 attack of the Corsairs, but also to go for Disruption Web. I'm smelling a mass Reaver Corsair strategy here from Leebokgu. Something he's very good at. Very good at. So the Corsairs are not quite getting as much done as they would like to. A couple of them went down to the Hydras and the Spore. Shuttle drop there comes in, no shuttle speed yet. Arrives on the scene. Minchul doesn't notice it, he gets distracted. Oh, he hits the wrong side. Did kill a bunch of them though, but most of the drones make it out alive. That's a small little bit of luck there on Minchul's side. If Leebokgu had selected the other side, Minchul would have lost at least 30 drones, but he lost only about 8 or 6, maybe 10. So that actually went about as well for Minchul as it possibly could. Lost as little as possible. Oh, he found the shuttle. Reaver unloaded. It's crawling back home. We have gateways now on the way. So maybe he is going for Disruption Web, but he's not going for the mass Reaver plus Corsair combo where you use Disruption Webs to stop the Hydralisks from hitting the Reavers. A lot of vision there getting taken back by Minchul, putting Overlords on the side. Scourges are trying to hunt down the shuttle, but the Corsairs are protecting and zoning them away. Some really good multitasking and zoning from both players here. Minchul is trying to find a way around, but can't quite get on top. Hydra's in between on the top right corner there of the base. Goes in and kills the Scourges, but there's still Hydras in between. Stacks up the Corsairs. Ooh, Disruption Web coming down. Reaver gets sniped. Reaver got killed after all. Couldn't keep it alive. Well played there from Minchul. Good, very accurate target selection. Now on 50 drones against 69 probes. Storm is on the way there for Leebokgu. Getting Zealot speed, level 1 attack there for air, almost finished up. Got 3 shuttles there in the front and about... That's just a lot of Templars. That's a lot of Templars. 5 Templars, 5 Zealots. That's going to be a big, painful drop. Still has some vision there on the side. Might fly those shuttles right through the Overlord vision. Yes, he does. Which means his Scourges are ready to hunt them down. He's going to try to go in anyway. Scourges on the hunt. Scourges are overshooting there behind the shuttles. Shuttles are splitting up, unloading, trying to get closer, but decides to unload pretty far away. Didn't want to take any risk. Instead, he wants to just kill the Hydralisks while also killing Overlords with his Corsairs on the left side of the map. Most of his Corsairs again went down. 73 probes, 47 drones. Couple lurkers there around the lair. Minchul is now deciding to finally grow bigger. Drop there comes in, completely undetected, unprotected. Arrives on location, starts to unload. It's not empty. Templar goes down, but another one comes in, and this one does not storm all the drones or the minerals. They just returned, but Leebokgu didn't notice it in time. That could have been the game-ending drop. But Minchul again has luck. I wouldn't say luck, but sometimes things just come together in such a way that as a Protoss, you just cannot hit the drones. Even though you're centimeters away, you just can't hit them, you just can't reach them, you just can't get on top of them. And the Zerg just keeps escaping, barely escaping death. And that's kind of what we're seeing. Minchul keeps barely escaping a dreadful fate and keeps on surviving those drop attacks from Leebokgu. Now Leebokgu has to start mixing things up a little bit. He's got big drops coming across the map, a lot of Scourges once again overshooting, out-microing the Scourges. Corsairs do go down in big numbers, but the shuttles, most importantly, stay alive. He's going to try to go in over the top right corner. Scourge there on the hunt, going to take down at least 2 shuttles. Disruption web there. Oh, more disruption webs, but not enough. Starts unloading the Templars, but Templars too far away to storm on the drones. So yet again, drones stay alive and healthy. They stay fine, strong, and the economy stays intact. Economy stays afloat. But the Corsairs, though, are hunting down the Overlords yet again. He's lost a lot of Overlords so far, but now the Scourge pays for it with his life. No mercy. Shuttle, no mercy. Minchul has no mercy. This time around, changing the trajectory, going from the front door. A lot of Hydras in between. Shuttles probably won't survive this one. They unload one Templar, but the Templar gets sniped. Everything survives yet again. Minchul is so damn good with the Scourges. He's multitasking. Because his APM is so high, and it's pretty much no spam at all, he can hunt down everything on the map very quickly and precisely. It's very impressive to see someone defend like this, because I've seen a lot of players be dead already at this point, but Minchul is handling this perfectly. Perfectly. He's slowly progressing his base. He's quickly progressing his technology. He's slowly progressing his army, but now a frontal attack there comes in. A bunch of Hydras behind those Sunkens. The Zealots with their level 1 attack. No armor upgrades there yet. Wait, not even level 1 attack. They have no upgrades at all. They are pretty weak. Whereas the Hydralisks, already level 2 attack drop there comes in. Drop gets dodged. Close one yet again, but Minchul, airtight defense. Will not let anything slip through and actually kill those little drones that he needs and desires to protect so much. Those little drones are keeping him in the race. 78 drones now. He's now at the point where he is healthy and strong economically. Leebokgu is now reaching the point where he might be in small amounts or big amounts of trouble because he's breaking through the middle, stopping those cannons from finishing up. If those cannons had finished up, the game would have been a little bit harder for Minchul, but Leebokgu loses the middle. Back to his own base now. He needs more structures, needs more gateways, needs more robos, needs more everything. That's 6 gateways, 9, 10 gateways in total, 2 stargates, 4 robos. He's getting all the upgrades for air all at once. He has all the Reaver upgrades as well. The air is on 002. The 3 forges upgrading armor, shield, and weapon. Another drop down, leaving the base over this wide open dark space that Minchul cannot see. Comes in over the bottom right, gets closer, turns around, makes a mistake, misclick there, unloads on location, starts to get those Templars on the scene, but oh, that small little turnaround he made, I think that gave Minchul just enough time to get out of harm's way and put those Hydras in between to kill the shuttles. Observers there in the air, helping the Dragoons clear out those lurkers. With Hydralisks from the base coming out to make sure that those lurkers there keep control over the middle. Drop there, flying out as well, but right into the Hydras. Getting, oh, has to turn around. Now Minchul knows he's redirecting his Hydras. Gonna try to intercept. Goes right over the Hydralisks. Snipes 1. Snipes 2. 2 shuttles still alive, kills another one, one turns around, and one arrives on location, but that one seems to be empty. So very tight and close interactions, but Minchul will not let Leebokgu slip through again at any point from this point onwards. Or let's hope that's what he's going to do. Literally has vision all over the place. There's vision on every single spawn location. Couple cannons being built there to take away that exact same vision. Let's see if it's going to work. Flies over the right side. He's going to the cannons. And then he's going to go right into Minchul's base. Minchul is relocating all of his hydralisks to intercept and stop that drop. But he's getting blocked a little bit from all the structures in his base. Scourge is on location, on the scene, going to take down one shuttle. Disruption Raptor on the scene, starts to unload. Templar underneath. Drones are running away to the south. Drones are safe and sound. So he hits a couple of hydralisks and a lurker, but nothing of significant impact. Nothing of significant impact. But even though Leebokgu is doing really nice stuff, none of it is connecting as he wants it to. Minchul is hanging in there, tightly holding on, and pushing himself through this game with pure mechanical skill and willpower. No cheesiness, no risk, just pure solid fundamentals. Unloads his... Oh, Zealot's on the scene. Just there to kill stuff. Shuttle's returning back home. Going to pick up the Templars for this next big shuttle drop that he's got ready to go. Setting out one lonesome shuttle. Zealots are killing everything there on the top right corner. Killed a lot of drones on the gas. Minchul is low on minerals. He keeps running his drones to safety. Shuttle drop there. A single shuttle drop there. Arriving on location. Templars are too far away to storm on those drones. Storms on the Guardians. Storms on the Lurkers. But the drones themselves on the minerals all stay alive. The economy is safe and... well, I wouldn't say in a great shape, because he keeps running away from those drops. His minerals are pretty damn low. He cannot really produce much. But if he... oh, this drop there over the bottom right. This one might be the one. Guardians on the scene, starts unloading disruption webs all over the place, chasing down the drones over to the top left corner. Drones now running to the south. He's going to chase them down. Can he keep those drones alive? He dukes to the back to the top side, and there's nothing there that can storm. It was a fake out, and the fake out might actually just be enough, because 21 minerals for Minchul, and he goes right back in. It was a fake out, trying to trick him, trying to outplay him. Templar on the scene. Templar gets killed. Does he have more in there? Keeps flying around and goes back to his main base while he has cleared out this top right corner where hydralisks were killing stuff. Now it's time to go for the front. What are his upgrades there on the gateway units? 1, 1, 2. Minchul has level 1, 2. So both armies are about equally strong. Drop there once again comes in over the bottom right. Pulling the Hydras to snipe. Drones run away. Templars too far away. Gets good storms, but... oh, yeah, that's... ooh, we got about 13. Got about 13. Finally gets a couple of those drones there on the minerals. Finally achieves something of significance. 67 drones is still a lot of drones alive, but he lost a lot of drones on the gas over all this time. Has been running his drones to safety pretty much all the time. Leebokgu is doing a good job here, although his Dragoons are kind of locked into his base because his base is kind of ugly and not very efficiently built. Not pretty. It's not pretty. He's going to kill that gateway. Might kill a pylon here in the front as well to allow his units to get out of the base. Guardians pushing out with their 3 Carapace, 1 attack upgrades. Those Guardians are beefy motherfuckers. They're not gonna die anytime soon. And these Dragoons are still locked up in their own base. He's killing the pylon finally. He can finally leave and go for the attack, or maybe to kill these Guardians here that are gonna kill his own base over this top side of his base. Things... oh, a lot of lurkers morphing in the front. Scourge in the air to kill observers. Guardians coming from the back. Dragoons moving to the front. Zerglings joining the fray. This is a big army. And getting cannons there on the middle as well. Scourges are hunting for shuttles but find none of them. Guardians kill the cannons there on the top. Drop there comes in. Disruption map all over the place. Gets the storm off but misses the storm. Then hits the storm and is... oh, that last storm. That was a brutal one. Down from 75 to 35. Everything went down. Minchul thought he was safe, but in the end loses every single drone he had on the minerals. Except for maybe 15 or maybe 10, maybe even less. Now it's going to be a difficult journey to rebuild the economy. He has 50 drones now, 12 of them still on the way. But that one really took the wind out of his lungs. Picking up another drop there in the middle. He's got about 10 cannons there protecting and containing Minchul in his base. The Guardians all still pushing on the top corner, killing a bunch of cannons, but not making a whole lot more progress deeper into Leebokgu's base. And Leebokgu did not build a whole lot. He has I wouldn't say a high amount of gateways, but that's 10, 15, 17 gateways to Stargates. It's not a lot of production, but because he's been dropping non-stop in such a well-executed manner, he keeps on pushing Minchul back. He keeps on putting just enough pressure to make sure Minchul hasn't really grown much bigger over the past 4 or 5 minutes. He's regained control over the map. Scourges are hunting for the shuttles, but the shuttles might just get in right on time, right before the Scourges connect. Shuttles start to unload. God, the Templar unloaded too far away. He's moving closer. Is he going to get the storm? No, he's not going to get the storm. Picks it up and escapes. Drones return back to the minerals there. 62 drones in total. 77 probes. A lot of Dragoons on the hills. I like what Leebokgu is doing. He's not going for a super heavy, big base style, but he's producing and macroing so well, while microing and multitasking is dropped at the same time. This is solid Protoss against Zerg. Minchul looked airtight for a very long time, but he finally got hit. And he's been running around with his drones so much, he's lost so much mining time. And that is also very important. You don't always have to hit, as long as you stop those drones from mining for short periods of time. That's actually a pretty good swarm if he gets his lurkers underneath, but no, it's the Dragoons that get under the Dark Swarm. And now he's not putting his own Dragoon, he's not putting his lurkers under that Dark Swarm. The Zerglings though are killing all the Dragoons, so it's working out in the end. Minchul is recovering, he's back on 71 drones, 170 supply, he's looking fine, looking healthy. Dragoons there once again getting control over this bottom or top right base. Big drop there over the bottom left of his base. Finds a pretty good angle. He's going to go over this top corner yet again. He's got a couple of Hydralisks in between. Scourges are flying in, ready to intercept, ready to kill those shuttles. There's so many shuttles there on the top corner though. Can he kill all of them? Templars unloading, Templars storming, Templar too far away. Templars get killed. Does kill a bunch of Hydralisks there though with the storm. The frontal push no longer making progress. No longer making forward progress. Getting his lurkers right next to the high ground to kill those Dragoons that are there controlling the high ground. Yeah, Minchul is playing this pretty damn well. This one shell there on the side though. He's gonna... Is this one single shuttle going to do it? He flies right in, flies around, finds a good spot there. Arrives on location, Templar unloads, Templar too far away, Templar storms, and Templar hits the drones. And that one shuttle, the most simple shuttle drop of all the drops this entire game, ends up killing Minchul. The simplest one shuttle, one high Templar shuttle drop does it. Not those complex drops, not all the trickery, not all the disruption webs, not all those 10 shuttle drops with Corsairs all over the place, not those wriggly, raggly, zigzaggy shuttles that are dodging left and right. No, it is a shuttle that just flies right in, over the right, and finds a good spot to unload and kills all the drones. And only 170 minerals remaining in the bank. That was definitely the kill shot. So let's go over to the scoreboard. Game number 1, won by Leebokgu. Game number 1, won by Leebokgu. Let's go over to the next game, where we have a couple of games still in line. Yeah, that was an exciting game. That was an exciting game. We saw a lot of high-level moves. But most of all, it was the multitasking and the perseverance of both players. Both players were sticking to their guns, sticking to standard, proven methods of playing the matchup, with their own flair added to it. And it worked out for both players for a very long time, but in the end, Leebokgu had that one simple shuttle drop that put the nails into the coffin. But Minchul is not dead yet. He's reviving himself. He's now on the Protoss, a race swap. Not the wife swap, race swap. Leebokgu now on the Protoss, the Zerg, sorry. Leebokgu now on the Zerg, and Minchul now on the yellow Protoss. Same location on the map for Minchul. And Leebokgu has migrated a little bit south to the bottom right corner of the map. I'd say Leebokgu has better chances than Minchul to win this game. Just being here on the bottom right is better than being on the 12 o'clock spawn location. The 12 o'clock spawn location has better options for dodging drops because you can run to the south, you can run to the far left and the far right. Here on the bottom, you can either run this direction, or here to the bottom, or here to the top. It's a little bit harder to dodge storms here, because when you fly in with a shuttle over this top side and unload right here, you can storm this entire section. When you're here on unloading Templars on this spot, you can run down to the side. There's a lot more area, a lot more room to send your drones to. But that is the only difference, but defending drops from this location is easier. There's the left, the top left, and the top side to defend shuttle drops from. So basically 3 directions. On this 12 o'clock spawn location that Minchul was on last game, we have, I'd say, 5 directions. The bottom, then this bottom right, the right side, left side, bottom left side. Like 5 general directions that you have to keep your eye on to intercept shuttles. So you need a lot more units to take those shuttles out of the air on this 12 o'clock spawn location than on the 5 o'clock, where it's a little bit easier. There's less surface area to cover and protect. So hatchery first, then a pool, then a hatchery. Sunken in the front there. Minchul went for a gateway forge, a cybercore, cybercore 1 gas. And Leebokgu, as is tradition, makes those 6 Zerglings to protect his choke, which means Leebokgu is going to keep his Zealots in his own choke to make sure those Zerglings do not attack the pros, but also because he knows that with those 3 Zealots, he cannot realistically break through that choke when there's 6 Zerglings to assist that Sunken. It simply won't work. It simply will not work. 1 Dragoon on the way, making a second gas, getting a robo already. That's a robotics facility very, very early on. That is a very early robotics. And Leebokgu finds it. He knows it. He knows what's happening. Nexus on the way. He might not have seen that Nexus. But these are the kinds of strategies Minchul likes to do. Very much early game all in. Very fast robo, very fast gateways, very fast technology on a smaller economy. What is Leebokgu going to do in response? Is he going to go for more hatcheries, or is he going to go for fast hydralisks? Those are basically his 2 options. Because he has to build hydralisks to defend against the shuttle drop. He does not need a lot of Sunkens, though, to defend against the frontal attack of Zealots, because the Zealots are simply going to stay at home. Got 2 Stargates on the way there for Minchul. He's now on 21 probes. Second Nexus about finished. Will very soon be finished. Support bay there warping in. So you're going to go for Reaver Shuttle for sure. We have Zerglings running right and left. Looking for a way in. Cannon is warping in. Forge is finished up. Support bay now finished up as well. First shuttle is not yet on the way. He did not yet queue up a shuttle. Zergling's going to try to kill that cannon. Nope, going to go for probes instead. Gets 1, gets 2. Can he get number 3? Does not get number 3. So yeah, even though he went for the very fast robotics. He's going to make Corsairs first and delay his shuttle and his Reaver. Not sure if that is the best option, because if this is what he's going to do, he could have delayed the Robo and delayed the support bay. So not the most efficient way of spending his gas. Yes, the Reaver, but as I said before, there's no shuttle. Still no shuttle. This is going to give Leebokgu a lot of time and freedom to get richer and bigger. He's already got his Hydra Den finished up, speed on the way, Hydra's being morphed. The front is a small choke, but he doesn't need a big choke because there's not much real estate Minchul can use to attack. But so far I feel like Minchul just forgot to get a shuttle. I think he just forgot to get the shuttle. And that's a little bit unfortunate, because if the Zerg gets too much time to go bigger completely unharmed, the Protoss is going to have a difficult time breaking into that backside. So 5 hatchery in the back, 1 in the front, 6 in total. Corsairs and Dragoons are clearing out those sides, killing the Zerglings, killing the Overlords, just denying vision, much like what Leebokgu did to Minchul in the previous match. You're back at home. We have level 1 attack for air on the way, shuttle speed on the way, Reaver number 1 finished up, Reaver number 2 on the way. Still no shuttle. He's, after all, not going for the shuttle drop. Leebokgu getting 1 more hatchery, getting level 1 attack, highest range, mining from 2 gas, 31 drones. So far in this game, I really like the odds that Leebokgu has to win this. So far, things are kind of sailing smoothly for him. He hasn't really faced any difficulty so far. He's gonna lose some Overlords to the Corsairs, which will supply block him most likely. Gonna have to make a couple new ones. That is a minor inconvenience. It won't slow him down too much, but it does mean he has to wait for more Overlords to finish. Which means he's stuck on 33 drones for a little while longer, and stuck on 2 groups of Hydralisks for just a little longer. And more Overlords are going down than I thought there would. Honestly, I thought he'd lose less Overlords, but Minchul is dancing around his base so well with the Corsairs. There's not a moment where he is not using them. So 2 more robots are in the front. Got a shuttle finished up. Dragoon is on the way. Zealot speed there being researched, and Storm is getting queued up to give those Templars a little bit of that psionic energy for the psionic storm to bring the terror and make it rain. Now in 50 probes, his economy is growing steadily. His probe production is superb, exceptionally superb. And Leebokgu now adding on another hatchery. He's got 7 in the back, 1 in the front, getting a second Evo chamber. No Spire or Queen's Nest yet. 32 drones, but he is adding on a couple more drones. He should be, I think at this point, he should focus on more drones. He's got a lot of Hydralisks. He's got 3 groups of them. That should be sufficient to defend. He didn't really build a lot of new Sunkens in the front. Yeah, once again, supply blocked. Drop there came in, but the drop got sniped. And now the Zerglings are moving out to do some scouting on the map. Get a little bit of side vision. He's getting burrow as well. So he's going to burrow those Zerglings on the sides to give him the vision that the Overlords are not giving him, because the Overlords keep getting pushed away from the sides. There's going to be a small Reaver drop with a couple of Templars in the mix. I don't see a fleet beacon, so no disruption web yet. So about 140 supply, getting a couple more gateways as well. Leebokgu is playing this a little more calmly, because that's a Zerg thing. You can kind of play the matchup a bit calmly. Finally getting more drones. He should have already been on 50 drones, but he decided to just keep getting Hydralisks. He's got a lot of Hydralisks. 47 drones now. He's already on 5 gas. That might be a little bit too much for the amount of drones and hatcheries he has at the moment. Of course, that's coming in. Shuttle's coming in. Shuttle's getting spotted. Shuttle's turning around. Hydras keep dancing back and forth. Corsairs hunting those overlords down really well. They have one attack already finished up. Pretty damn strong. Have one attack there for Hydras also already finished. Finally getting a Spire. Still no Queen's Nest. Now 49 drones in total. He's looking healthy. He's been giving a lot of time. And at almost exactly 10 minutes in, there comes the big drop. Hydra's in between. Hydra's sniping the shuttles. One shuttle will make it through. No, not a single one makes it through. They all get killed. But now from the top side. Shuttles are coming in. Will Leebokgu see this one coming? Snipes one, snipes three. Templar doesn't get the storm. That was a close one, my friends. That was a close one. That Templar almost got the money shot. Almost did him in. So now in 62 drones, he's big, he's massive, he's chunky. And he's already going for the attack. Because he sees that there's sunkens, a cannon's being built on the middle. And he's got to stop that from happening. Because cannons on the middle, they kind of hurt. When you want to move out, they stop you. And now he's got that all figured out. Hydra's on the side there, hunting Corsairs down. He's got a lot of vision with those burrowed circlings. Storms there on the middle. It's a lot of dead Hydras though. That's a lot of dead Hydras. Only 2 storms. Reaver there on the scene as well. 3 more Templars coming in. Zealots from the side, dodging the storms really well. Leebokgu entered into the next level. He's playing this really, really well. And now it's time to return back home. He's got 3, 6, 9, 10 hatcheries in the back, 1 in the front. Still only 2 Sunkens in his choke. He's not really built many Sunkens. There's no vision on the side. Does not see. I think he did not see those shuttles. He might have. He might not have. It's coming down now. It's coming in over the bottom left of his base. Drones not running away. Drones are running. They're running. Temple's on the scene. Temple's storming. Temple's... where is he going to go? And he gets a huge storm. Down from 60 to 24. Ooh, Leebokgu was caught slipping once. And he immediately got caught hard, punched hard, a gut punch. And the Course is now still hunting down the Overlords. Now Leebokgu has a pretty good amount of, I'd say, minerals and Hydralisks, so he's cleaning out those sides, trying to kill the Corsairs, trying to get vision over those sides yet again. But he has to make 2 or 3 waves of drones in order to recover. Now, Minchul is looking pretty strong. He's got some upgrades for his gateway units, level 1 armor, level 2 attack, looking really good. The Corsairs are on level 1, and his first move after hitting the drop is to establish dominance and control over the middle. Getting pylons on the middle, not yet going for the attack. Let's just kill these Hydralisks here stuck on the bottom first. Nowhere for them to run. Nowhere to run, nowhere to go. But now, Hydras from 2 directions. Neither of them committing to it. He wants to just keep control over this bottom side. And Minchul is deciding to stay on the middle. Getting a couple more nexuses, getting a little bit more gas. There on the top. And yeah, he's got pretty much everything he wants or needs. He's got, that's 10 gateways, 16 gateways, not a huge number. But he still has more room to fill out here on the left side. Still only 2 Stargates, but apparently 2 Stargates is sufficient. Burrowed Hydras there on the side. He can't find them. He knows they're probably here, but can't find them. Drop there coming in. We have Hydralisks in between. Hydralisks, will they snipe? They are a little bit slow on a response. Shuttle there makes it through. Drones running away. Are there Templars inside? Are there Templars inside? No. He sniped the correct shuttle. But still losing some mining time because he had to run away. So the Hydras are still burrowed up. They're still burrowed up. Still has vision over this side. Vision on the bottom side as well. Yeah, Minchul is doing a good job of trying to get control, but he's not really attacking that much. He so far has tried to get in with his shuttle drops, but the shuttle drops, apart from one, have not quite managed to really hurt Leebokgu that much. He's got a great Aspire now, getting Spire number 2 as well. He's getting Lurkers in his choke. Might get lurkers in the back as well. He's on 2,700 gas. He's very rich on the gas. He has the room to get mass lurkers or to get mass guardians at some point. Observers on the side there taking away the vision from those burrowed Hydralisks. He sees the Hydras there on the top side as well. Gonna kill those two. Shuttles are leaving the base. Working on his cannon protection to protect those probes. Yeah, Minchul is doing a lot of important things to get control over the map. But the one thing he isn't quite doing is attacking hard and strong. Drop comes in as a lot of shuttles are stacked on top. Disruption web runs to the north. Drones running away, unstacking. Are there storms in the mix? Yes, there are, but the drones are too far away. This Templar... There's two Templars in between. Not storming. Storms and he gets a big hit. Well, not the biggest hit, but a big hit nonetheless. And there's one more Templar on the scene. He needs Hydralisks in the back. He still has 2 storms are on this Templar. He's running away with a couple more drones. Drones are returning gear back home. Kills the High Templar. So now the minerals are safe to return to. But that took a lot of time from Leebokgu to run in circles, to dodge the storms, to pull his Hydralisk back to the minerals to protect and kill. And Minchul in that time has built mass amounts of Stargates on the middle, getting Arbiter Tribunal and 7 robots on the middle. It's going to be Disruption Web with Reverse coming out from Minchul. He's now entering overdrive, pulling all the stops, going to go all out to kill Leebokgu, who is now looking a little bit weaker than before in comparison to Minchul. He has all the technology structures. He doesn't have a Defiler mound though, but he got 76 drones. He's got, still about on them 11 or 12 hatcheries, getting more Sunkens in the front. Has no lurkers yet in the back. Please, Leebokgu, make a couple of lurkers. It makes it so much easier to defend against those shuttle drops that have been hitting you pretty hard. Big drop there with hallucinations coming in over the bottom left. Gonna fly right over those Hydras. But which shuttles to kill when there's so many hallucinations? Comes in. Only kills hallucinations. Drones are running away on the chase. Gonna try to snipe those drones while they're running around. Starts to unload. Templar on the scene. Templar gets the storm and Templar hits and Templar kills about 30. Make it 50. Well, 40. Make it 40, not 50. 50 is a little bit too much, but 40 kills with a really well-controlled shuttle drop. And Leebokgu just happens to dodge right into the Templar. Right into the Templar. That is a little bit of bad decision making. It happens. It happens to you and me, you and I, them and they. It happens to everyone that they pick the wrong side to run their drones to. It just happens. It happens. It's a big drop there with hallucinations yet again. Minchul has a lot of control over those sides. I don't think he's ever gone for a frontal attack. It's just been drops and Corsairs abusing him. Great Ensnare finds the shuttles, kills the hallucinations, but the shuttles get a little bit too far, but the storms are too far to the north. Wait, he still has one more Templar with a storm. Crawling close, he gets a storm off and kills the remaining drones. Oh, Leebokgu playing sloppy, thought he was safe, but no, he was not. And Minchul is laughing, and laughing. And Leebokgu is saying something in Korean. I don't know what, but he said something, and it made Minchul laugh a lot. So 19 drones on the way. 17 Mutalisks. Well, 17? 17. So now we are entering the very difficult time frame for Leebokgu, where he has to rebuild his economy while under constant attack and harass. I really think if he had more lurkers spread about his base to kill those Templars and the drops, he would have had a way easier and much easier time. Great Ensnare. Shuttles unloading on the top corner, kills it. Storms on the Hydras, dodges the storm, kills the Templar, keeps those drones in the back alive. Another drop there coming in. Oh no, this one, he didn't see it coming. Wasn't expecting it. Starts unloading. Drones running away. There's 2 Temples on the scene. Temples storming, dodging the storms. There's 4 Temples, 5 Temples. There's Temples everywhere. Storms everywhere, but he's dodging the storms like an expert. He only lost about 6 or 5, but there's 1 more Templar, I believe, with Storm ready to siege and kill those drones. Nope. Nope. Just 5 storms, but the dodge there was amazing. That was the dodge of the century. Imagine dodging 5 storms in a very small, tight little area and only losing like 20% of your drones. But he calls GG, he knows it's over, he doesn't believe, he doesn't want to go on. He calls it. He calls it because he had Mutalisks here morphing into Guardians, I believe. Let me just rewind a little bit, like 30 seconds in the past. He had Mutalisks there on the top corner. They were morphing. I didn't have the time to check them because I wanted to go check them right after that drop. Like they're flying across the map here. Through vision. There's vision all over the place. Observers, pylons, he knows they're coming. He knows they're coming. He's got them there on the side. Gonna fly them a little bit closer. He tried to snipe the Nexus with Guardians, morphs them there on the side, but Minchul knows, he saw them flying across and kills them. And Leebokgu was banking on this, doing a lot of damage to Minchul's economy to get himself back into the match. But no, it was not meant to happen. Everything was being seen by Minchul's watchful eyes. So game number 2 there, it goes to Minchul. Now it's a score of 1-1. Which means we're going to game number 3 to decide who will be the winner. Who of these 2 is going to take home the imaginary trophy called Honor and Pride and Bragging Rights? Who will it be? Leebokgu or Minchul? So for the final game, we're going to be looking at Terran against Zerg. Minchul on the Zerg on the top right corner of the map, and Leebokgu on the bottom of the map. 6 o'clock spawn location. It is the 10 Terran against the purple Protoss. Oh my god. I'm saying it again. Yes, this is Protoss, not Zerg, Protoss. Protoss are known as an alien hive mind race. Yep, definitely Protoss. So you're on the Zerg. Terran. One of my favorite matchups. Minchul against Leebokgu. Leebokgu has a very strong Terran against Protoss, but Minchul has a very funky Zerg against Terran. This guy will try to cheese you. He does a lot of cheesing strategies in Zerg against Terran, and he makes them work because he's just that good. But also, you know, as I said in game number 1, Minchul is the guy who likes taking risks. And taking risks, of course, always comes with the consequences of it failing. When it fails miserably, and he dies in agony. It's much like Anakin saying, like Obi-Wan warning Anakin to not do it, because Obi-Wan is the high ground. And Anakin is like, oh, fuck you, I'm gonna do it, bitch. And it doesn't end too well. It doesn't end too well. No, it does not. So Minchul there, building slowly. Pool, hatchery in the front. Pool first. Is he gonna cheese? Zerglings are being morphed. And then on the bottom side we have Leebokgu there with a double barracks into a refinery and academy. Double barracks, refinery, academy. Scouting the map. He wants to go for the bunker rush. But little does he know he's in for a surprise, because Minchul went for pool, hatchery, with 4 Zerglings there ready to kill that SCV that is planning on building a bunker. Not gonna work, my friend. Minchul outsmarted you. So the SCV there returns back home. Marine is returning back home as well. He's gonna have to ball up those Marines really quick and hope and pray to God that he finds Leebokgu quick, very quick, because he has no fire bats yet. He delayed the academy a little bit more than I would have liked to see, but the Marines are on the hunt. They're on the chase. More zealous Zerglings are being morphed. Sunken is being morphed in the front as well. It's still a creep colony. He has to buy some time to turn it into a sunken. He kind of went cheap on the amount of Zerglings he built, but more Zerglings are on the way. Sunken is morphing. Leebokgu is not going to break through, that's for sure. Extractor is morphing. That's a late extractor for a ZVT. That's a very late extractor. Most of the times we see the extractor come up before hatchery number 3 finishes up, but we already have hatchery number 4 morphing. And it's almost finished as well. So that's gonna be, what's this? Barracks. Gonna try to do a Firebat run-in. Factory that are on the way, Stim on the way, double medics entering the fray. Zerglings attacking. Getting on top of the Marines. Marines trying to micro their way out of there. There's a lot of Marines, but a lot of Sunkens. A lot of Sunkens. A lot of Zerglings. It sounds so similar. Damn. But the Marines do win the fight with some good, cute micro. Lair being morphed. It's a late lair. But will... Barracks almost finished up. Marine medic there in the front. He is morphing a second sunken. He's got 2 firebats there as well. I've got a bad feeling about this one. I've got a bad feeling. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it, my friends. He's gonna run right in there. Ignore the sunken, just run right to the back. Gets blocked by the drone. Drone gets killed. Leebokgu running. He's sprinting. He's Usain Bolting to the backside. What does Minchul have? Nothing. He's got nothing in the back. He's gonna die like this miserably to Firebats and a Marine. Firebat there, getting on top, trying to kill. He kills the drones, kills even more, stays alive, getting healed up by the medics. There's one Firebat, how many kills does it have? 17 kills, 4 HP remaining. One more shot before it went down, but Minchul losing the drones, losing the Zerglings, losing his economy, loses the game, loses the best of 3 because he tried to cheat. Like, not literally cheat, but he tried to cheat the system by going for a cheap choke, a small cheap choke, but no, that did not work. He just made a big miscalculation and Leebokgu takes home the trophy of honor and pride and bragging rights. He gets to call Minchul a noob for the next 2 hours. Leebokgu comes out on top. Thank you for watching. This was RJB for RJB TV with Leebokgu against Minchul in a best of 3 set. Oh, Leebokgu. That's wrong. Well, let's just keep it that way. Leebokgu. So Leebokgu wins game number 1, Minchul wins game number 2, and Leebokgu wins game number 3. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, a like, a subscribe, whatever you want to do. Just know that the more you engage in the comment section or the likes or the subscribe button, the more people will get to see the video, because for some reason YouTube decided there was a smart idea to have those kinds of things push a video up in the recommendation list or something like that. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. I can't confirm it, but that's what people say at the end of their videos all the time. Like, please leave a like and a subscribe and hit the notification bell to not miss a single video. And the funny thing is, I never even turn on the notification bell myself. So I'm not going to tell you to do it. That sounds kind of a little bit hypocritical, doesn't it?